girls. So good to see all of you again. Ms.Wich here. I am so happy of all the cloud pictures that I received and all the imagination that you used. I'm very proud of you. We're going to move on now to our next project, which is going to be a landscape drawing. Now, boys and girls, if you remember, we did this back in the fall. We did our fall tree, and then we did our other tree again in the winter time. Now we're going to do a spring. It's a spring summer tree. We're just going to call it a summer landscape drawing in our video today. And I'm going to show you once again how to do your trees. There will be one that's a little bit closer to us and then one that's far away in the background. So I'm going to show you how to draw those trees. I'm going to help you make them look a little bit more realistic this time, because every time we do this, we just add a little bit more to get you to be a little bit of a better artist and make your pictures look more real. Remember, in a landscape, we are going to have that horizon line. And I tell you in school that the sky and the land come together and they touch at the horizon line. So we're going to review that in the first bit of our video, and then you're going to do your picture on your own. Now, this is going to take 2 weeks because it'll take us a little while to do the drawing, and then I want you to take your time and do a really nice job coloring it. Okay, so let's go. Let's get started. Bye.
Hello, my wonderful kindergartners. I miss you all so much. I see all of your emails that you're sending me, all the projects that you've been working on, and they look fantastic. I'm so proud of all of you. So we are going to move on, and we are going to do our next project, which is going to be our landscape drawing. Now, the landscape is going to be with our spring or summer tree. And the first thing that we have to do when we draw a landscape is draw a special line. So I'm going to draw this line that goes right across my paper. Now it's a horizontal line, and I don't want you to do this right now. I just want you to remember that from the top of our paper down to this line, all of this is going to be the sky. And from this special line down to the bottom of my paper, okay, all of this is going to be my land. Now, again, I don't want you to write this. I'm just showing this to you right now. I want you to remember, though, that this special line, does anyone remember? I really hope you're shouting it out right now. I really hope so, because we did it back in the fall. We did it back when we had our winter tree. This special line, you see it with your eye. Anyone? I think I hear you saying it. It's called the horizon line. Okay, good job, everyone. It's our horizon line. And the horizon line is that horizontal line that goes across, and it says the sky is up top and the land is at the bottom. Because when we do a picture, I know sometimes we only put blue at the top, and sometimes we only take green and put green at the bottom. But then what about all of this white space? When you look outside, you don't really see a big empty white space. The sky goes all the way down. It touches all the way down to the, what's it called, everyone? Horizon line, right. So it goes all the way down to there, that line. And the grass or the land starts at the horizon line and goes all the way down to the bottom of your paper. Okay, so all of this. So we aren't going to leave any big empty white spaces anymore. We're not just ever going to put blue at the top and green at the bottom. We're going to make sure they come together and they touch. Remember I do that in school? Sky, land, I should put that down. Sky, land come together and they touch at the horizon line. Okay, so now I'm going to get a nice clean paper. And we are going to do this landscape again. So again, we did this in the fall, we did it in the winter, so now we're going to do our spring and summer tree. So with your pencil, I want you to take it and go straight across. It doesn't have to be a perfect line, straight line, because is the land perfectly straight? No, it's not perfectly straight. There's bumps in the ground, so that's okay. Just go across horizontally as best you can. Now, what I do want you to do is start to draw the base of your tree. Now, the base of the tree is called the trunk of the tree. So we start here at the ground, and a tree grows up, up, up into the sky. If you look at the trees, they go up into the sky. So there is one side of my tree, the left side of my tree. Now I want to make sure I don't want a very, very big tree. I wouldn't put my pencil all the way over here. This tree would be too big. And I don't want to put it too close. That would be too small of a tree, too narrow. I want a nice medium-sized tree. So I'm going to start over here. And now I'm going to make it with a vertical line. It's kind of curved at the top. And I'm going to come straight down vertical. And then I'm going to have it stop at the same point as it was on the other side. Remember, don't hook it around. There's no hooks on our trees. Now, I need you to go and erase the middle part of our tree to make this tree look like it's in front of the horizon line. We have to go back and erase it now. I don't see that part. The tree is in front and it's blocking it. You want to know another big fancy word, guys? Another fancy word for that is called overlapping. And you'll learn about overlapping maybe next year too. Okay, now that we have the trunk of our tree, we need to go in and make the branches. The branches, we're going to use a special letter. Anyone remember the letter that we use? Anyone? The letter V. Good job. I heard you say it. So this is one side of the branch, and I need to make a long, I'm going to come down, a long letter V. If I cover that up, see how that looks like a V right there? Okay. So this, from this point to this point, this is one of my branches. I need to do another branch. I can't just stop right there. I need to make my pencil jump, and I'm going to go down and up. Another long letter V. See that? And now that helped me create my second branch. I still have a lot of space in here. I still have a lot of room. So do you think I could put in one more letter V? I think so. I'm going to make my pencil jump. I put it over here where I left off. I make my pencil jump, and then I go down and up. Another long V. My 3 V's gave me 1, 2, 3, 4 branches of my tree. Okay, so that looks really, really good. Now, when I go to color this in, you're going to take, now you can use whatever you have at home. If you have crayons, you can use crayons. If you have colored pencils, I want you to take a colored pencil. Even if you have markers, that's fine too. Or if you want to get really creative, you can paint it, but that's up to you and your family to decide. I'm happy with anything you choose to give it a brown color. So what I need to do next is take this colored pencil, and I have to go on top of my pencil line. I'm going to outline it. Outline means I go on top of the line. So first I'm going to go how I actually created it. I'm going to do the trunk of my tree first, the left and the right side, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to outline my letter V. Skip down and up, diagonal lines, and outline your letter V's. That looks really good. Now I have to color it in. When I go to color it in now, I'm not just going to go up and down the whole entire way. That would be so silly. I have to only color in the branches. And this is my branch, the first branch. So I go on the diagonal of the branch here, and I stop when I get to that other part of the V. Remember, this is the sky. All of this is the sky around it. So don't color through the middle of the V. We have to stop, make your pencil jump and go to the next branch. Up and down, up and down. I work my way all the way for the whole branch like that, and then I stop. Skip the space, don't color in the middle of the V. Go on to the next branch. Remember, we have 4 of them to color. Up and down, up and down. And one last branch over here. Okay, how does that look? See, wonderful. Now I need to go and color my trunk of the tree. I don't want to go super fast. I don't want to skip around. If you skip around, that's how you get some white spots, and we don't want those white spots. So make sure you kind of just go in sections. You can go across little by little. Okay, up and down, up and down. I want to see your best coloring. This is where we should be practicing our coloring. So I want you to go up and down, a little bit at a time, across to the other side of the tree, like so. Okay, I'm going to speed this up now so you could see my finished product. Okay, so that looks really great. It's all filled in now. Make sure you go over it. If you see any of the lines or white spaces, you can go over it. And I'm actually going to challenge you. If you want a little bit of a challenge to make this look a little bit more realistic, you can actually go in and make some crooked or kind of curved lines to make the lines of the tree. Because remember, if you touch a tree, it's kind of bumpy, right? So when it's bumpy, that's actually called texture. I'm going to give you some big fancy 5th grade words. You know, I always like to give you more information that you can remember. Be big 5th graders over here. So I'm just going up and down, vertical, but kind of crooked, some long, some short lines, and I'm making what's called texture. So if I were to feel the tree, it would feel bumpy. Now, the next thing I also want you to do is you're going to make another tree just like this, but we're going to put it all the way back here. We're going to put it back by the horizon line. Now remember, if something is far away in the distance, it's not going to be big like this tree. This tree is big because it's close to us. We're going to have a tree that is smaller. So remember, I'll take my pencil again. I'm going to pick up my regular pencil, and I'm going to do the same kind of tree, just like this one, except it's going to be a little bit smaller. Okay, so I made the video a little bit faster, not to waste too much time, because making our small tree was done exactly the same way as we did our big tree, except I only used 2-letter V's. Because it was smaller, I didn't have enough space, so I only needed 2-letter V's. And the other thing that you're going to do is not draw any kind of texture lines. I just colored it in lightly. I wouldn't see any bumps in my tree because remember, it's far away. When something is far away from your eyes, you wouldn't see that. You wouldn't see the detail.
So we're going to stop here for this week, and we're going to continue next week with the top of the tree and coloring in the sky and the land. I know this was a lot of work, and I'm very proud of you. I'm sure you did a great job.